Come on. Let's go. God, I'm finally done with that level. Hopefully the skeletons won't be as annoying as they were when I used to play this game a lot. Oh. Now by the time I'm posting this, the multiplayer trailer should be out, and it should be very close to the Call of Duty Next event. And another thing that happened today that I found very hilarious was the Amber Alert test thing that happened today, which apparently people were theorizing that it would like activate a Kingsman level event where people would just start killing each other for some reason, or that it will turn people into zombies. And I had no idea that people were theorizing this stuff, since the only way I found this out was from the most reliable news source, Charlie, or Maurice Critical as most people call him. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Today I'm going to talk about the two multiplayer trailers, which one introduces a new thing called Aftermarket parts, which I will play the trailer and then explain the details that I noticed.
For Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, we've added a new way to customize your weapons, aftermarket parts. Aftermarket parts are a new option within Gunsmith.
A way for players to come back to a weapon that they may have already mastered or played out, and it's going to give them an entirely new dimension to interact with the gun in a way that regular attachments can't. Think of them as remixes for the guns.
Really, the easiest way to say it is they're nearly a new gun. They are powerful, meaningful changes to these weapons. Caliber, the way that they fire, both rate of fire, as well as potentially the fire type.
We're going to have one of our heaviest light machine guns in the game have a conversion kit that turns it into a bullpup, which greatly shortens the configuration of the gun and makes it so that you can really run and gun with it. You can spray from the hip, you can sprint out way faster than you could with this much longer, heavier version of the weapon. Aftermarket parts really aspire to just be fun. We want some of them to be just absolute oddballs that players are completely caught off guard by and want to get in there for just the sheer spectacle of it. It's going to expand playstyles dramatically. We've put a lot into aftermarket parts, and we are so excited for the community to get their hands on them.
So the first thing I noticed in this intel drop is that they described this as a way for players to come back to a gun they already mastered. So I'm guessing the only way you would be able to unlock these aftermarket parts is by leveling up a gun to its max level. They also describe these aftermarket parts as powerful, meaningful changes that can affect the way that you use a gun an entirely new way by changing the fire rate, the ammunition it uses, and the way it fires, but at the cost of having less attachments. And if you're wondering why I'm saying this, is because the first detail I noticed in this intel drop is that when he equips this kit for the Renetti, it actually shows the kit itself counting as an attachment, and it actually removes 2 attachment slots as well. They also featured a conversion kit that turned an LMG into a bullpup, which they described as making it easier to run and gun, has a shorter conversion, sprint out faster, and better to shoot from the hip. Now they did show an SMG in the trailer, but they didn't talk about the SMG itself, since when they were showing the gun, they were talking about how they were so excited to give the aftermarket parts to the community because of how hard they were working on it, so I'm just going to go off the visuals. Now for this game, mix the SMGs akimbo and change it to stock, which I don't remember the last time we had akimbo SMGs, which I think was all the way in Black Ops 2. And for some reason when I saw this, I immediately thought that you could aim down sights with these, but I quickly got rid of that idea when I realized that you could fire them separately. Now, I'm definitely expecting certain types of guns not to get these aftermarket parts like snipers or melees at launch or never, but it would be a pleasant surprise if they did get their own aftermarket parts, and I'm definitely expecting these to get added into their monetization as well and getting included in bundles and whatnot. Now originally I was going to show the multiplayer trailer, but since it has copyrighted music and I don't think it would be necessary to feature a muted video, I'm just going to talk about the details I noticed in the trailer. After they see that there's 16 iconic maps, I noticed what I think is a bomb drone and an attack helicopter. And another thing that I did not feel easy about was the fact that they already have bundles for a game that's not even released yet. And another thing I noticed is that this is either a new type of juggernaut or it's a part of the loadout thing that they mentioned a while ago. It also seems that they're bringing back old killstreaks like the Wilson HK drone from Black Ops 2 and the VTOL jet. And I think they're adding new kill streaks as well, since I don't remember an EMP ever being in Call of Duty that destroys a VTOL jet. Which I hope we see more kill streaks besides this one EMP. And that's everything I want to talk about from the 2 trailers that were about multiplayer. And yeah, see you on the next one. Peace.
Are you guys going trick-or-treating? Suck my